So here are the four chambers in the heart that can supply the blood or receive the blood as well. These four chambers are said to be the auricle and ventricle. Left auricle, left ventricle, right auricle, right ventricle. These are the four chambers through which the blood can supply to the whole parts of our body. Here we can see how they are arranged, how it happens, from where this blood can go through and to which part of the body has to be supplied. So we have to know about that the heart can a muscular part, and this can be hollow and have the a hollow organ that can situated in the chest cavity. Why? Because it is very safe or protected over here by the rib cage, and they are having their roughly size might be the differ from one another. It is centrally placed but tilted towards the left. It is placed centrally but it is little bit tilted towards the left as well, and it is the four chamber structure I have already told you about. These have the four, this has the four chamber structure in which the blood can go through. Here we know that the two chamber with a thinner wall are called auricles. Here are the two chambers, the chamber through which the blood can go through. These one are called auricles. That is right and that one is left. These are auricle and this one is ventricles. These are the ventricles. That one is left ventricle. This one is right ventricle. So through these four chambers is responsible for supplying and receiving the blood as well. You know very well, through which the blood can supply. And now there are these two chambers are having thin walls. These are having the thin wall from where the blood can supply. Through which the blood may get supplied. Now, you know very well the blood can supply through the thinner parts, that is a auricle present in them, but after get constricted, or you can say the pump, this blood reaches up to the ventral as well, ventricle as well. So this blood may have to be moved down by the pressure in a double chamber. This chamber from here it will goes back to the ventricle. The two lower chambers with a thick muscular wall. These are a thick muscular wall. Thick muscular wall present. These are the thin wall and this one is thicker wall. These are the thinner wall, these are the thicker wall. So here we can say these are called the ventricles. The heart is elongated, the heart is enclosed. This heart is enclosed in a protected region. We can say in a double membranous structure called as a pericardium. This structure is called as pericardium. This one is called as pericardium. This is called as a pericardium, through which it can get protected from the outer side. They will be protected from the outer region. Again, it contains fluid which protects the heart from the shock or the mechanical injuries, in which there is a fluid present. Why? Because due to which whenever it can get shock, or if there is a shock or any mechanical injuries takes place, so this will act as a, this will be acted as, these are the fluid present in them which get protected, which can protect at the stage of, at the time of the injuries. If the mechanical injuries happens, then this can be takes place. Here you can see. So the next one is the heart collect the blood through the both the auricle and then distribute. This one, the blood collected from both auricle, blood collections, blood collected from these both auricles. These both auricles in which the blood get collected, and hence it reaches up to the different parts of the body. Like this. This is the reason. So here is, you can see, okay, now the heart collects the blood from both the auricle and then distributed it through the ventricle, and again this blood is come to the ventricle and supplied to the different body organ. The actions of the heart include contraction and relaxation. The blood contract and relaxes. By this contraction and relaxation, the blood pumps forwarded and supplied to the whole parts. This type of relaxation and contractions produces the heartbeat. That one is called as the systolic and diastolic. The systolic, a contraction of heart is called systole. Contraction called systole, and relaxation called diastole. Systole and diastole. So these two type of movement happen, systole and diastole, in which the blood gets contracted and relaxations occur automatically in a rhythmic fashion. The auricle and ventricle contract automatically. These auricle and ventricle automatically contracted and relaxes over there. Okay, how it will be the blood circulate over there, we'll see through the structure given. We'll see here. Here the some structure which has to be completed. These are these are what this is the structure from the this is the structure, and from here there is the next one is This will be off. Through this way the blood can transfer, and into the next video we'll discuss on the topic, whatever the topic is has to be discussed. Hello everyone, class 7. This is Rashid Khan, your science teacher from Lakshmi Prasad Memorial Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. Here we have to go through the chapter number 10, transportation in plants and animal. In that cases I have already explained about that the remaining portion. The rest of the other chapter, the topic is here heart. So heart I have already told you about, but the remaining portion of the heart we will discuss on. Heart is what? Heart is a pumping machine, or it is a vital organ that pumps the blood to the whole parts of the body by the means of a different nerves or blood vessels. There are the arteries that is responsible for carrying the blood to the whole parts of the body from the heart, and which reaches and again it reaches to the blood capillaries, and from the blood capillaries it reaches up to the each and every tissues, and where the oxygen get diffused, and from that particular part there is a capillaries too, which has to be carried the deoxygenated blood. These deoxygenated blood lack the oxygen. Here is only the combination of hemoglobin and carbon dioxide takes place, due to which this is called as a deoxygenated blood. And this deoxygenated blood carried by the means of veins. These veins carries from the capillaries. These capillaries carry the deoxygenated blood to the veins. Here is the veins. In veins there is a valve present through which the backflow will not take place. Why? Because there is a valve present in the veins. These veins supplies to the pulmonary arteries, and from the pulmonary arteries moves to the lungs for the filtration. After the completion of the filtration, the deoxygenated blood turns into the oxygenated blood by the combining of the oxygen and hemoglobin as well. And here is the carbon dioxide removed by the lungs as well. And the oxygenated blood again come back into the heart, will have to be supplied to the other parts of the body. So I have here explained about that the heart. Heart is a organ that can pump the blood to the all parts of our body. It is a conical and highly muscular. It is a conical and highly muscular. If we are talking about our fist, the closed fist resembles the structure of a heart. Why? Because it is a conical, somewhat is conical, but all the parts that is comprises of the muscles. These are what? These are the muscular part. These are the muscular parts these are the muscular parts. Why? Because